Engaging your chapter in K through 12 student outreach. My name is Lily Yvette Salinas, and I am the Marketing and Outreach Manager for APWA. APWA's K through 12 outreach programs support APWA's strategic plan in two ways. One, we create a series of awareness programs in various areas, and two, we are here to promote outreach and public awareness, build identity, and broaden our global perspective. We want to ensure that our workforce is one of the most competitive, and one of the ways that we do this is by educating young people from the very beginning when they're in elementary school. Back in 2005, APWA started their outreach program with Discovering the World of Public Works, which is a K through 5 curriculum. In 2008, we added Exploring the World of Public Works, which is a 6th through 8th grade curriculum, and then Shaping the World of Public Works in 2010, which is an outreach program. We differentiate between the elementary and middle school and high school by saying in the early years we have a curriculum, and in the upper years we have an outreach program. Discovering the World of Public Works is a ready-made curriculum that introduces children in grades K through 5 to the world of public works. We acquaint children with basic public safety concepts. We stimulate children's interest in public works, and we increases your community's understanding of what public works professionals do for our communities. The Discovering the World of Public Works covers 4 primary areas. It gives a public works overview, covers construction, traffic and transportation, solid waste, and water and wastewater. In addition to the K through 5 Discovering the World of Public Works, we also came through with Chipper's Adventures in Public Works. This is a reading series that initially started with Chipper's Adventures in Public Works, and then we added Chipper's Chili Chase, which focuses primarily on winter maintenance, and then Chipper's Twister's Tale, which has to do primarily with emergency management. All of these are part of our K through 5 Discovering the World of Public Works curriculum materials. In addition to curriculum materials, APWA has several outreach resources that you're able to use in your communities. T-shirts, plastic hard hats, a onesie, stickers, tattoos, balloons, pencils, pencil pouches, and an APWA plush. Additionally, you could purchase the PW Paws Works for Our City coloring book, the PW Paws Reign of Terror, which is a comic book, Playtime with PW Paws, which is a coloring and activity book. Paws Print is a newspaper that is actually produced every other year and is free to APWA members as a download. And in 2019, we will have a new one that will be out in the spring of 2019. Additionally, you can buy PW Paws outreach items as a kit. For your other activities that you have, perhaps connected with an event, a Touch a Truck, or a school event, or during National Public Works Week, you might want to also ask if you can get our PW Paws costume, which is a 9-foot inflatable PW Paws. You need to contact Matt Rodriguez at APWA headquarters. APWA members and chapters only pay for the shipping. You must reserve PW Paws, and we do have 4 costumes available. One of the recommendations is that you book early, as PW Paws becomes quite busy during the National Public Works Week. Exploring the World of Public Works is APWA's 6th through 8th grade curriculum. At this age level, we want to make sure that we educate students about the role of public works in their everyday lives, that it's important for public support and understanding of public works, that we pique students' interest in public works as a potential career opportunity, and we give students a deeper knowledge of 5 public works areas. The 5 areas that are covered in Exploring the World of Public Works is public works in the community, construction, parks and recreation, traffic and transportation, solid waste, water and wastewater, and careers in public works. Shaping the World of Public Works is APWA's high school outreach program. The emphasis here is to educate high school students about public works functions and careers. The toolkit includes a guide to secondary school outreach, which is a resource guide, which contains 50-minute careers and public works lesson plans, has sample forms, and also has an accompanying CD-ROM. The I Am Public Works DVD. This is a fast-paced video which defines public works and helps students understand the diverse and exciting public works career opportunities that are available. In addition, the I Am Public Works DVD, the video, is available online. Other components of this outreach program is a 24 full-color page brochure that introduces students to the careers in public works with information about typical jobs that are available, how to best match these jobs with students' educational, salary, and other objectives. It also comes with a CD-ROM that highlights the top 100 careers in public works. It details the educational requirements, the average salaries, and workplace environment characteristics. It also comes with the Shaping the World of Public Works career poster. The I Am Public Works video is available on the APWA website. There's a 1 minute and 6-second teaser video, and the full-length video is 8 minutes and 58 seconds. So now that you've learned a little bit about some of APWA's K-12 outreach curriculum and outreach programs, we wanted to talk a little bit about how you could actually engage in K-12 student outreach in your community. One of the first things you need to do is set up a K-12 student outreach task force. Develop an outreach strategy. Determine what you're going to be doing for that coming year. One of the most important parts is building local relationships with your schools, with before and after school programs, church programs, and then also prepare and execute and evaluate the outreach programs that you're going to actually prepare for that given year. You also should establish a vision. In other words, for example, you might want to promote opportunities for students to learn about public works and explore a career in public works. That might be what you initially start with in the first year. Then you should also determine the mission. Are you going to work with schools and youth organizations? Do you just want to share the outreach materials? Do you want to get other coworkers involved with it as well? Set some goals for the committee. Ugh. All right, I'm going to redo the whole thing. So now that you've learned about APWA's K-12 curriculum and outreach programs, how can your chapter or you as an individual engage in K-12 student outreach in your community? One of the first things would be to set up a K-12 student outreach task force or committee. Develop your strategy and what you plan to do in that given year. The next thing, which is one of the most important things, is continue to work and build local relationships, whether it be with schools, in their after-school or before-school programs, with other youth organizations, perhaps a youth group at your church, a Bible study school during the summer, or one of the programs at your local community's summer camps. Prepare and execute and then evaluate the outreach programs as well as you continue to work on building what your chapter engagement will look like for K-12 student outreach in your community. It's hard. I went through all the wrong I jumped slides. So now that you've learned about APWA's curriculum and outreach programs for students in K-12 grades, let's talk a little bit about how you can engage your chapter in K-12 student outreach in your community. One of the first things is to set up a K-12 student outreach task force committee. Building local relationships is very important, as well as preparing and execute and evaluating the outreach activities that your committee will engage in that year. One of the first things is to establish a vision. What will you promote for all students to learn about public works and to explore the careers in public works in your community? Determine what your mission will be. Will you develop partnerships with schools and youth organizations? Will you just share the educational outreach materials with friends who may be educators in schools? Will you engage other public works professionals and educators while also showing them an early appreciation of public works, perhaps at an event in your own facility? Setting goals for the community is also important. Will you as a committee try to meet 3 or 4 times a year? Do you want to go into 4 schools, perhaps a youth organization? Are you going to focus on the elementary school level, the middle school level, or the high school level? What is it that you'd like to do for that coming year? And then make sure that you maintain that the chapter is working closely with schools or the community. Promote the availability of your chapter members to attend school events such as reading fairs, which are primarily held in March, career days or career fairs, or even community events. When you build local relationships, you want to start perhaps with your family and coworkers who work in schools, youth organizations, churches, for these are where you'll find individuals who have access to students. Make sure you make contact 45 to 60 days before you actually want to enter the school or work with that youth organization. A prime time for APWA members to work with young people is perhaps during the month of March, which is the reading month. You might want to take Chipper's Adventures into one of the schools and volunteer to be one of the readers that day. Or in May, when children are already done with most of their testing and teachers are looking for ready-made curriculums, not to mention that National Public Works Week is the 3rd week in May. You can offer presentations in conjunction with other events or activities that are held at schools, community career fairs, a school carnival, a community event, or a summer youth program as well. To prepare, execute, and evaluate the outreach activity program, you want to establish the chapter's master plan. Outline this. As you prepare to execute and evaluate your outreach activity program, remember to start with an outreach master work plan. Outline the specific goals that your chapter wants to accomplish for the outreach activity or program, and put measures into place that allows the chapter to evaluate the success of the activities and program. We're going to do that one again. Can you say success? We're going to do slide 18 over again. Oh, Paul. Establish the chapter outreach master work plan. What is it that you're going to accomplish in that given year? What are the specific goals that you'd like to do? Are you going to work primarily with an elementary school? Will you work with the after-school program? Are you going to team up with a local youth group? After you outline your specific goals, then make sure you put measures into place that will allow the chapter to evaluate the success of the activities or the program that you implement. This way, you can go back and see if you need to make any improvements and ensure that the chapter is on the right track to achieve your outreach goals. If you need additional information on any of the K-12 student outreach programs, please contact Lily Vetsalinas at the APWA National Office. She can be reached via email at lsalinas@apwa.net or at 1-800-848-2792, extension 5253. Thank you so much.